This is the Azure condenser fan motor from Mars. This constant speed ECM replaces standard PSC condenser fan motors. It will do a much better job of maintaining airflow through dirty or bent fins. Now this is a high efficiency ECM, so do not use amps to size it to a PSC equipped application. Amps are really an invalid comparison of motor shaft output between ECM and PSC motors. This motor is rated for up to 1/3 horsepower shaft output, despite having a 2.4 amp rating. Let's look at setting up the motor. Use the included cord to plug the motor into any standard 120 volt outlet. This is not going to damage the motor. The motor will begin to spin and briefly demonstrate all 4 of the operating modes. This is showing 1075 RPM clockwise lead end. To select an operating mode, simply remove the 120 volt power during the desired mode being shown. The speed and rotation will be permanently locked in, and the only way to change the speed and rotation is to apply another 120 volt signal using a hot 120 and a neutral. Note that a hot 120 and a ground will not work. This is showing 825 RPM clockwise lead end, and I'm going to lock it in. Now the motor is ready to install. To install a motor, attach the outboard surge protector to the harness and connect the 2 leads to the DP contactor and the ground to a suitable ground. There is no capacitor. If the surge protector ever gives up the ghost, you can replace it, or you can remove it from the harness and reconnect the motor to the contactor. There is a secondary internal surge protector in the motor that will likely still be good, and the motor may still very well be operational. This motor is compatible with both 1-pole and 2-pole DP contactors. Note in the case of a 1-pole DP contactor, you do indeed have a shunt here, which means a 120 volt signal is going into the motor continuously. However, the motor will not go into programming mode because there is no neutral in the circuit. This is the Azure 10874 from Mars.